NewGenGamers.com.
All right, now we're going to take a look at EA's take on the hockey, on the NHL at the time.
This is Console Wars of the Past Part 4, and we're trying to make our way through the Sega Saturn here. It's kind of been a hobbling experience. The games are okay, but we're just not getting that stellar thing that we got from a lot of the other systems, but the game we check out after this definitely reaches that level, I think. But you can never go wrong with a hockey game, I don't think.
No, and Sega was always known for their sports titles, and with EA supporting them basically until they decided that the Saturn wasn't their future. They had some decent support. Why did I take on Detroit? What am I thinking? And as you can see, they added the video commentary, even for the hockey games. It's not as, overblown as Madden, but,
hockey is not as overblown as football, so that fits it, I guess. Alright. And the title we checked out earlier had the ESPN license, and was from Virgin, and so we kind of had a little hockey battle on the Saturn there. And that the Virgin one wasn't bad. It looked pretty decent. Which do you prefer out of the two? Because you played both of them quite a bit.
I was more of an NHL 97 person. Mainly because of that.
Wow, yeah.
Notice I didn't score at all in the Virgin one. Yeah, it was a little easier to score in the EA hockey games.
I enjoyed NHL Stanley Cup on the Super Nintendo. If anyone ever can check that one out, it was a really great sports game, and Nintendo kind of gave up.
Woo!
Wow, that's just
ridiculous.
More than ridiculous.
I have the most powerful team in the game, right? This is the Penguins of '97. They should have won the cup that year. Yeah, I was a big hockey fan back then, mainly because of the Penguins.
Yeah, I think the other game seemed a little more balanced.
A little bit more balanced.
So I think, not on your personal preference, but as far as overall being a better game, I think that Virgin one was actually better.
Well, I like scoring 10 goals.
Right, but that's not like real hockey.
No, it's not, but I like more arcade hockey.
I think the other one had better graphics. I think the animation was better. I think the gameplay was more solid.
Yeah, head to head.
You just said this one was better because you can score 1,000,000 goals. That doesn't make it better.
Well, you asked personal preference.
Or I shouldn't have asked that. I meant
which one I thought was a better game.
Which is the better game?
The other one.
Which one is Ray better at? I think we see which one this is. Yes, okay. So, if you want to see Ray win at hockey, definitely check out the EA version.
Because you can always do the behind-the-net trick.
Yeah, this is pretty sneaky. It seems like there's kind of like an open spot there for that goalie where he doesn't pick up.
Yeah, I might have turned the AI down.
I really don't like the character models look really rough in this, like compared to that ESPN one. Like they look like they're really blocky here.
They were trying to do they're still working on that 3D engine for the Saturn, and it wasn't working out for them very well.
Yeah, 97 just was not a good year for EA Sports, I don't think.
It looks better than the Madden one did as far as them actually trying 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, this one at least is an actual 3D game and not a 2D game on a 3D system with some FMV movies.
This one kind of looks like how Madden 98 did look.
Yeah. And you get a little bit of reflection on the ice there for the logos and some different effects. You know, ice cutting on the paint and some things that you wouldn't have been able to see on the 16-bit consoles.
Alright everyone, we're going to conclude our Sega Saturn look of Console Wars of the Past here with probably the best game for the Sega Saturn in most people's opinion.
From Sonic Team.
This is Nights into Dreams. We'll give you a little look at the beautiful FMV here for the time. And they used this game, they pushed it really hard to sell the console. They packed it in with a lot of consoles, and basically this was their Sonic for this system, because unfortunately Sonic Team didn't actually make a Sonic game for the Saturn. There was one in development, but it never made it out in time for the system, in the system's lifespan. And Sonic Extreme just became stuff of lore, was the code name of the game. So,
yes, and that one, it wasn't truly 3D. They used rotoscoping and scaling to fake 3D, and I think that's why it got stuck in perpetual development, just because it was probably hell to program for, to try and make a completely faked 3D game, because I've seen video footage of it and it looked 3D, but it wasn't.
yeah.
So, you know, that was probably tough for them to pull off. But this is in 3D, and it moves in 3D, and is very, very fluid. Look at this.
Yeah, the fluidity in this game has not really been matched. At least not in this generation. I mean, Mario 64 led you in a whole world, but Nights, just the way the speed worked. I mean, this is what the Sonic game should have been for the Saturn.
Yeah, the fluidity of how you fly around and everything.
It kind of reminds me of how Sonic felt when you first played a Genesis.
And it's really cool that they made a new franchise with this and everything, but I really think for the company that they would have done well if they would have used the Sonic franchise for this design.
Yeah, taking a new character kind of was a risky move for them.
That
anyway.
was awesome there. You do those little spins.
Oh yeah, and then you can do this. Oh, Nights has all kinds of fun little moves. This is a great game. Now, if you get trapped in there, you're kind of in trouble, but you want to kind of spin into him, which I had failed to do there, but yeah, you want to do a little loop-de-loop. This game actually came, they sold a special controller for it. It kind of had more of a circular D-pad, so as to make your loop-de-loops finger-friendly, I suppose. Because doing this with the regular D-pad takes a little bit of practice. And I like how they have the whole water and mid-air thing. It's really cool. As you notice, you do have a timer to get everything done in, but since we're just kind of running through here, we're not going to pay attention to the timer here.
Like Sega Saturn's Nights. Never been a game that's allowed you to fly, fluid and free, in real-time 3D. Never, not anywhere. But especially not on that other system. Simply because, with only one processor, it doesn't have the power to do it. Fly, plaything, fly. You're not ready.
DJGamers.com